Yeah, welcome back to my channel, Teacher Genevieve. Today I want us to, especially people that are in this part of the world. Of course, I live in Canada. And during the winter, you see that snow will be everywhere. It will come to the extent that the rivers, the pond, the top of it are covered with snow. Then somebody will ask, what of the animals that are living inside the water? Have you taken time to ask yourself during winter what is the fate of the aquatic animals, the animals that are living inside the water? Why are they still thriving? Why is it that they are alive even while the top of the river is covered with snow? I want to explain to you the reason why they are surviving is because of this anomalous expansion of water. Anomalous expansion of water. I say the reason why aquatic animals are alive during winter, despite the fact that the top of the pond will be covered with snow. Usually liquids, when the temperature increases, they expand. As you begin to heat liquid, they expand. And when you cool it, they will contract. But with water, that is not the case. That's why we call it anomalous expansion of water, unusual. So, but for water, water has its highest density at 4 degrees Celsius, which means water is always at the temperature of 4 degrees Celsius because that is its highest density. So what will happen, which means at 4 degrees Celsius, if you heat water, it will expand. If you cool it, it will expand. So the reason why the aquatic animals are alive is because during winter, when the temperature of the water will drop, that water, instead of it to contract, the water will begin to expand. And this is the reason why during winter our water pipes always burst. If your temperature is always the temperature of the house is too low, the water pipe can burst because the water is expanding inside the the pipe. And this is the reason why if you put your pop or in the fridge or water with bottle, before you know it, it will burst because of the expansion. So what is the cause of that expansion? As the water cools down, because of this anomalous expansion of water, the hydrogen bond, can still remember, in the water that made the water to come together, will begin to dissociate. The volume will increase. And by the time the volume is increasing, the strength of the hydrogen bond will reduce, which means the water will expand and increase in volume. And by the time the volume increases and the temperature is dropping, it will form ice. And that ice that is formed will be less dense than water. It will be less dense than water. In that case, the ice, because it's bulkier than water, ordinary water, the ice will not be able to sink. Because if I bring a glass of water and put coin inside it, because the coin is denser than water, it will go to the bottom of the container. But because the ice formed now is less dense than water, it will cover the top of the water. What will happen if you look at the diagram here? You look at during summer, look at the fish. Sea animal, they are just in the water because that water is 4 degrees C. But during winter, when the water begins to cool down and expanding, the frozen ice which is less dense than the water, will gather on top of the water because it cannot penetrate because it's less dense. It's lighter than water. It cannot go in. They stay at the top. So what happens is that the sea animal, because down in the water bed, the temperature is say 4 degrees, it will not reduce. So what they will do is that all of them will rush down and go and stay at the water bed until winter will be over, and the temperature of water will be up at 4 degrees Celsius everywhere. And then what's the implication? Assuming that there's this anomalous expansion is not into play, what will happen? the sea animal cannot survive, because by the time if the water contracts, when the temperature reduces, it means that water that is formed will be heavier than ordinary water, and what we have, as it is coming, it will be dropping down the water bed, dropping down. Before you know it, all the water will be frozen, and the sea animals, you just kill all of them. But because of this anomalous expansion of water, whereby water expands when it cools, the ice form will be on top, while the water that is down there will remain 4 degrees Celsius. An animal will go down there and survive during winter. That's why we see animals can survive, because of anomalous expansion of water. Thank you.